Welcome back to the Realistic Cattle Ranch Challenge on Sunshine Forest. I'm BP, and it's time to get to work. We've made it to April, guys, and there's more good news on the cattle farm. We got another heifer pregnant overnight, so we have to do a quick pasture swap here. And we have another heifer of age back in our other barn. So Bubbles got pregnant last night. I did figure out with Tempo and Slow Oni, I put Tempo in this pen yesterday. She was able to be bred but wasn't, and actually said there was no eligible male animal for her to breed with. So that would indicate that the Angus bull will not breed the water buffalo heifer. So I did put Slow Oni in there, water buffalo bull, and he is now of age and is aware of her. So it is good that we picked up a water buffalo bull to keep our water buffalo herd going. And then over here we have, let's put Bubbles in. And we have Patches just reached 12 months and is eligible to be bred, is old enough to do that. So let's get her moved over. All of our other animals are either pregnant or are too young. Just double checking that. Too young, already pregnant, way too young. Misty still is at 60% with one baby. She's going to have our first calf on the farm. And then we have two more water buffalo that are waiting to be of age. And we do have a second water buffalo bull that we picked up. So we do have the opportunity to either sell a bull or keep him as a spare, raise him for beef, whatever it is we feel like doing. All right, so Patches is moved in here. Great. That is all done. We have our animal management done. And then I just want to double check in regards to food in the cow pasture. Yeah, they are out of silage. So I'm thinking we need to commit to making the transition to hay today. I think the silage is good. We're going to have to keep making it, but it's very labor intensive. You can only do 150 centimeter bales. And we got to get to a better spot with that stuff. So I think what we're going to do, I loaded up that batch of silage we had sitting on in the back by field 1. And I think we'll take it up there and sell it this morning and see if we can find a suitable tedder to start making some hay. There is, I did check the sale this morning, there is, we lucked out a little bit, the 6-meter plow from Black Sheep Modding is in the sale and does cost less than our current combi plow, which is only 4 meters, so we get a lot more plow for less money. So we're going to go ahead and throw our existing plow. I'm going to go run to the back real quick before we head up to the shop. I'm going to go ahead and put it on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, whatever it is we have in the area, get it sold so we can bring that other plow home with us when we come back from selling these goods. So let's run this guy back to the shed. And guys, I got to tell you, I loaded all of those silage bales by hand with the Massey. They were nice and neatly stacked on the edge of the field, which made a huge difference. But really starting to get the hang of it here. Certainly not a professional. Not claiming to be the best at it. There are guys out there who are way better than me. But starting to feel very comfortable with it. Really happy we have the machine. So let's get this thing cleaned up for sale here. Let's go ahead and get it listed and get it sold. Yeah, $7,300, and I think the replacement plow is like $5,000. So in really good shape in that regard. Now, the other update between episodes, when I left you guys, we had harvested, well, I should say, cut the grass in what we're calling field 2 up here in front of me. And I came back in. I did put a dirt skirt all the way around the outside. I wanted to define it since it's going to be a grass field. And then I plowed it and I planted it with grass. It has no fertilizer, no lime. We didn't roll it. We didn't rock pick it, but there is actual grass planted in that field now. So if you take a look at the PDA, you can see we have our wheat field up top and a grass field down below. And then the next stage will be next month. Field 1 behind the barn that sort of goes up the hill will be in growth stage 4, and we will be able to cut it, and then we'll probably turn it, ted it, get it turned into hay, and then I will plow that field up as well and plant grass. Once that's done, then there's reason to buy the soil sample data, because I think those will be pretty much the fields we're going to use here for a little bit. We can always expand them later, but for now, at least, I think that's going to be the field. Those are going to be the fields we're going to use. So today's episode is going to be a lot of the same stuff. We are going to the store to grab the plow and hopefully the tedder. That's our goal. Then we have to check the animal sale to see what animals we want to get, and probably fill up the greenhouses, just some maintenance stuff. We are getting much, much closer to our next expansion. We just have to get a little bit of money in the bank. So with that in mind, you know, if we can start producing hay bales, we'll be able to keep the open pasture fed. And I'm interested to see, we learned early on that grass was not enough to get our animals healthy enough and productive enough to reproduce. Silage has seemed to do the trick. Hay should also be an 80% productive food for the cows, just like silage. So the hope is that we can just be pumping hay bales into that open pasture, which will be quick and easy to make. We can make really big bales and just keep them fed there, and then that's going to be our breeding pen, and we'll have like a routine down to do that. And then we'll have calves on the farm in just a couple more months after that. Once we start having those calves, we're going to have to decide at what stage do we raise them, at what stage do we sell them. Any bull calves we have, we will probably raise until they are at least substantial enough to sell. Trailer's getting a little wonky on me coming up this hill. Until they're at least worth to sell, or maybe replace one of our existing bulls. So at that stage, we'll probably need another sort of open pasture pen, with the idea being just to keep those bulls growing on grass, is to let them age up and become mature animals. So there is a lot going on. We just got to get through the next little bit to sort of get to stage 2 of the cattle ranch. And I think at that level, or at that stage, we will have a lot more growth a lot faster. So first and foremost, I have this partial silage bale in the back of the truck. Let's go ahead and get that sold. Then we have all of these, which I stacked so nicely. Don't really want to dump them. Excellent. $13,938. I don't know that that's going to get us a tedder. Let's take a quick look. So starting in the sale, there are no tedders in here. Let's see, unless something popped up while we were driving up here, which I can't imagine. Here's that replacement plow that gives us a little bit extra working with. We'll make some money on that. We sold the other one for like 73. That one is 57. We just want the 6 meter. We don't want anything bigger than that. What color are we thinking? I don't know. I sort of like that color. Looked at it on the trailer, didn't like it there, but I think that's, well, let's see. So like a dark red orange, we have a burgundy. Yeah, that actually looks really, really good in burgundy. So let's go ahead and grab that. That'll leave us with about $8 grand. Let's take Oh, didn't want it back out of the shop yet. Let's take a look at tethers. Yeah, I mean, we got 6,000 here, which has a 4.4 meter working width. And then we have an 8.2 and 8.9. Man, getting one of those bigger ones would be really, really huge. It would make a big, big difference. What do we have that we could sell to try to make up that much money? Because that's still a lot of money left to make up. But we're not cutting grass until tomorrow, so maybe we hold off on buying cattle and just try to get some lettuce, and maybe we load up the rest of the silage. We'll just have to see how much there is, and go that route and see if we can't get a little bit more money. Because if we could just get a tether, or maybe one will pop up in the sale tomorrow. If there's one in the sale tomorrow, that would be really, really good for us. So let's see, jump in the telehandler. This thing has been invaluable up here at the shop. We're getting everything loaded. We'll see what adventures we get ourselves into with loading our new plow onto our trailer. The real problem here is that we're going to have another payment overnight. Oh, this could work out really well. Yep. Good, perfect. Keep driving. Push it on. Lift it up a little bit, get it square. Nope, we don't want you coming with us. Excellent. That worked out quite well. Seem to be getting better with the telehandlers and the skid steers and everything. So let's see. Park that there. Run back over here. Yeah, the real question is, will we make enough money overnight with our loan payment to be able to buy a tether? And we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm going to run this back to the farm. We'll check on everything there, and probably just progress right into May. See you guys in a second. We are back at the farm to figure out how we're going to get this guy unloaded. Might have to do a little bit of an aggressive... Yeah, I was thinking maybe sort of slide him off the back. Except for he seems to want to slide off the front more than off the back. Maybe give him a gentle turn, see if we can get a little... Yep, there we go. Not too shabby. I was thinking on the way back, I think we're probably going to have to sell these bales over here once they ferment in order to be able to afford that tether. Not thrilled about that. We probably need to, well, not probably, we definitely need to put a silage bale in the open pastures so that we can keep the breeding going with that new heifer we put in there. So let's see, we've already dropped that. Let's grab the bale spike. Grab a couple of these guys. Nice and easy, don't need to pull the grass bales over. Come on, little grass bale, stay put. There we go. We'll get the plow put away. I'm wondering if we can sneak these in sort of sideways. Let's see. They have to be pretty deep in there for it to work. There's the one, and it fell out, of course. Why wouldn't it? Let's go ahead and drop that one. you are, friend. You are in. Come on. Need to. Very slow to use the bale. There we are. Did a little bit of work on our yard. Tried to decorate it a little bit last night. Put some of the tire track stuff in and everything else. Painted some ground textures. Just trying to, you know, make the yard look nice. Okay, let's get settled here, guys. And in doing so, ended up putting some sand textures down so the yard looked different. And you can see the sand in front of the bale loader was clearly a mistake. So let's run in here, and we're just going to grab gravel real quick and just fill that in, because we can't have the skid steer bouncing in and out of sand up and down. A couple other spots on the yard here. Yeah, I mean, we can live with the sand, a little bouncy, more of a ranch type feel. But right where we know we're gonna be loading bales all the time, we'll skip that. So, all right, we are out of the shed. Let's go ahead and grab the Fiat and go find our plow that we ceremoniously dumped in the field. Let's see if we can't get it uprighted here, or at least attached. Doesn't seem to be working particularly well. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. Let's go ahead and raise that. Let's go ahead and fold that. It's nice to have a machine with a little bit more working with. That's a nice improvement to our farm. Let's go ahead and put this guy right over here. Yeah, this grass is at stage. Let's just jump out and check, but this grass should be at stage. Yeah, 3 of 4 on the growth stage. So if we wait till tomorrow, we'll get a really good yield off of it. So I think that's probably it for April. Oh, we do need to top off the water, don't we? That's the other thing I did last night when I did a little bit of the yard maintenance and put some of the decos down and everything else, was I did move the water spigot from the other side. I do think it was having a conflict with the slurry trigger on the barn, because over here I'm not having any problems getting it filled. It just fills right away every time, no problems. So I think, like I said, it was just a bit of a conflict with the slurry. So I think what I'll probably do is finish this task off. We will progress into May. I'll get all those silage bales over there loaded up onto the trailer in preparation for running up to the store. And then we'll come back in. Hopefully we'll have a couple of pallets of lettuce. And we can go and sell and make enough money to buy a tedder. It'd be really just amazing timing if we got a tedder in the sale. I don't think that's going to happen, but, you know, we can always hold out hope. So checking on our greenhouses real quick. That one's full. Yep, and that one's full too. So we will go ahead and back that up. While we're here, I will top this off. I think it's worth... Yeah, I mean, the open pasture has tons of water, but we will eventually forget about it and forget to do it. So let's just pull in here. And let's go ahead. We are running over our leash there on the left-hand side, but I think it'll survive. It's very cool. This has an actual water animation behind it when it empties. That's a nice detail from the modder. This tanker set is just really well done. Love the additional features. Very, very cool mod. Okay, let's park up over here. Go ahead and get that topped off. Nice. All right, well, I will see you guys in May. We'll come back when I have everything loaded up, and hopefully we can go up there and get a tedder and get our first hay bales on the farm. We are back, guys, and May ended up being a bit of a mess. Not only did it rain for the whole day, it felt like, but our silage did not ferment overnight either. So I went ahead and knocked out a bunch of the May farm work. I got this field, which we're going to call Field 1, mowed and windrowed and baled and wrapped, which gave us all of these silage bales over here. We got a whole bunch of them, as you guys can see. But there's just, we couldn't get a tedder because we didn't get the money, because the silage on the trailer, as you guys will see in just a second, is still, what is it, like 68% or something? 72%. So just no benefit to selling that now. Wouldn't get much money for it. Our Field 2, our grass field, is growing in really nicely. It obviously still needs lime and rolling and fertilizer and all that kind of stuff, but it looks really good, and it is in growth stage 3 of 4. So if we get a tedder in June, which is our hope, then we can cut this and get hay out of it. And our wheat is still looking quite good as well. So what do we need to do to get out of May and out of this rain? We need to move some animals. So we have good news, more pregnant heifers. So Patches is pregnant with 2 babies. What's interesting is our water buffalo heifer is not pregnant, and it continues to say too unhealthy. So I'm not sure if it got put in the pen too late in the day. There is silage in there, so I see no reason why they wouldn't get healthy or aren't healthy already, but we'll give them another night in the bullpen. Throwing my leash again. Let's see, come here. Walk our cows across. And we have several cows, I think it's 2, in our barn that have aged up and are ready to be moved. So Patches is already pregnant. Sweetie is already pregnant. Sprinkles is pregnant. Let's see. Nirvana is now age eligible. Haka is now age eligible. So we are in good shape there. Loud Bossy's already pregnant. Queen is too young. And Tempo is ready. I think that's it. Bubbles is already pregnant. Light. Misty. I know Alfie's. Alfie's our youngest, 2 months old. And then our buffalo are not. So can we move 3 at a time? 2 animals moved. I was thinking it was 2. So let's get these ladies. Having a hard time holding on to the leash in the rain here, guys. Let's get these ladies moved over. And okay, so we got Tempo and Haka. So there should be 1 more Holstein heifer over there that we need to bring back. I do like this sort of central setup with the gates near each other. Was it Nirvana? Yeah, Nirvana is ready. So let's move Nirvana over. There's that slippery leash again. Does not like when I turn. All right, last one. Move Nirvana in, and we are good to go. So that's going to wrap it up for May. We're going to go ahead and go to sleep and come back and check in June. Take one quick look. The cow barn, the shed. Oh, they are way down on food, guys. That is really good. So what I'm going to do is I'll see you guys in the morning, but I am going to fast forward time and watch that food. And when it gets really low, I'm going to swap it over to a bale or two of silage. And then we'll get this barn on hay tomorrow when we pick up the tedder. So that's what we're looking for out of that barn. That's good. That finally happened. And here we still have 8,000 liters, 8,400 liters, almost 8,500 liters of silage. Lots of grass and lots of meadow, so they're good, and 27,000 liters of water. So I will see you guys in June, and I will have gotten the barn switched over to a higher quality feed, which will be great because it'll help our milk production as our heifers give birth to their first calves. See you guys in June. We are in June, and I am getting the final pallet of lettuce loaded up. I can't say this batch has gone well. Seems like we're just off a little bit, but we'll get the last one on there. I did get the barn switched over to silage. That happened at 6 a.m. this morning, so just getting going here on the rest of it. So we have all that. Let's take off and drive up to the shop. I've been thinking about putting a little bit of a path in here. So maybe when we get back and we have some cash, we can make a road. I'm thinking wind it down here by this tree, sort of hug this side of the grass field so we have room to put another field over here on the right and go from there. But we'll have to see how all that works out. So anyways, I will see you guys up at the shop. We are up here at the shop. The lettuce is actually best at the sell everything point I dropped in back here earlier. And in interesting news, our grass still hasn't fermented into silage. So we are hopefully getting close. 95%. So we've got time fast forwarding while we unload our lettuce. Very, very carefully, because if we knock this silage over, it's going to be an absolute mess. So let's just be professionals. Get this done properly the first time without knocking anything over. Nice first one. Success so far. It is very precariously balanced up here. Oh boy, here we go. So let's get this sold. All right, that's nice and easy. Back in the positive. That is good news. Before we get that last one, let's just see. All right, we have silage, so let's slow time down here. Got through most of the day. All right, here we go. Slide the forks in. Try not to grab the bale that's touching it. Lower that down, and let's head over to the sell point. Don't fail me now. Are we not selling lettuce anymore? We need to be like over here. Yeah, it's just more in the middle. Okay. Ooh, we got excited there. Glad that happened at the end and not the beginning. Get this parked up. And let's go sell our silage on the other side. 7 grand. I'm hoping we have enough for a tedder. I haven't checked the sale yet, so we'll have to see how that goes. We are definitely... Okay, we're going to lose it because we're not close enough. That pile of lumber at the end there, I wish we could get a little straighter pull in, but we'll just be better. It won't be a problem. We'll go in here and we'll... Yep, got it all. 15,309. We might just have enough. Let's check the sale first. See if Lady Luck is on our side. Cool little tractor. Cultivator. Not looking good. More seed. That would be great. But we can't spend any money until we get what we want. Hay bale. They're just teasing us with the hay bale, I think. No, we didn't have that. But we did have square bale twine last time. I think that's it, guys. I think we didn't get it in the sale despite our best efforts. That's a really cool tractor. That'd be fun to have long-term, the little Deutz, but not happening today. So grass care, tedders. Man, I would love 8.9, 8.2. We don't even have enough for the 8.2 meter one, guys. It is crazy how hard it is to make that money. So, what should we do? We'll definitely have a little bit more money next month. Trying to think if there's anything else we can sell. Yeah, we have grass. It's not worth very much. Silage, we have a couple more bales, but we want to save those. Slurry's not even worth that much. Water we're not going to sell. That would just be cheating. Lime. Yeah, I mean, there is nothing that we can do to get this tedder. So I guess the question becomes, is it time for another loan? Because we're going to need a harvester. I was hoping to get one in the sale. I did find a couple of cheap harvesters. We have the Massey at 10,000, the Fort at 32, the New Holland's 55, the other New Holland's 65. I'm hoping maybe we get one of those on sale here and get a break on it. So I'm thinking, should we just get a loan and get it over with? I really don't want to do another loan. Well, let's see. I think we may just have to be patient, guys. I was really hoping to get it done this episode, but I don't see that happening. And we have to live within our means, and we have to spend the money we have. If we keep taking out loans, we're just never going to get ahead on this map. So with that in mind, I think we're going to call that an episode. I wish we'd had a little bit more success, but that's part of the challenge here, is that some episodes we just get through it. And we were hoping to buy the tedder yesterday. We were hoping to buy it today. We had to wait for the silage to ferment. We harvested in the rain. We did get the grass field planted. So we got a lot done, but just not the things we had hoped to. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos, and we'll see you in the next one.